Today we're going to be checking out 3 ways Dutch independence is different.
This is a video suggested to us on our reaction form. Basically, something to do with about like the U.S. isn't the only country that has a Declaration of Independence,
Really?
something like that, I
Okay.
believe. So we're gonna check out this video. Yeah.
Let's do it.
The Dutch. These days, you might know them for skating to work, not taking shit from Donald Trump flunkies, and
Nice.
grab him by the pony. But you may also know the Dutch for Wi-Fi, WeTransfer, the first microscope, and the Declaration of Independence.
All right,
In
interesting.
America, the Declaration of Independence is pretty well known. Everybody knows the phrase, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, women not included. Men does not apply to all men. That they are endowed by their
That's
creator
always the
with
interesting thing with that old American Declaration of Independence, Bill of Rights, you know. It only applied to white men.
And then some of the leaders of the U.S. still go so hard into the old ways of the 1700s.
Like the Second Amendment.
Exactly.
Heck yeah.
certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The Declaration of Independence is so well known that it is abbreviated DOI for DOI. But the Dutch have their own Declaration of Independence that came almost 200 years earlier. So,
Really?
difference number 1, the date.
Of
The
course, in the United States, we would have been taught that the Declaration of Independence, maybe not taught directly, but it would be implied that the United States did it first, did it the best, so no other country can compare. We inspired everyone else.
The American defaultism right there.
Always.
Dutch Declaration, Het Plakkaat van Verlatingen, is from the date.
He said it in the way that makes it sound so
The
aggressive.
Dutch Declaration, Het Plakkaat van Verlatingen, is from 1581. Back
Wow.
in the good old days when Spain was known for the Inquisition, the Dutch were known for the freedom of expression. One day, Spain said, "Hey, Netherlands, you're part of Spain now." And the Dutch were like, no, actually, we're independent. The rest of the world said, "Independent? That's not a thing." And the Dutch were like, "It is now!" What followed was an enormous war. How long was the American Revolution? 7 years? The Dutch Revolution was the 80 Years' War. Why don't more people know about the document that started it all?
gosh.
Difference number 2.
The 80 Years' War is like one that you hear less of too. You hear about the 30 Years' War, and then you hear about the 100 Years' War, but the 80 Years' War gets kind of lost in between all of that stuff.
And that's a lot of years right there. That's insane. And it's for an independence movement.
So is this 80 Years' War, does that mean like maybe they had a ceasefire for a while and then it started back up like this Trump's war that he's doing right now, like that style? Or was it 80 years of skirmishes all the time, battles?
That would be so insane if it was constant 80-year fighting.
There's no way, right?
No way.
They'd all be dead.
Language. Het Plakkaat van Verlatingen was written in Dutch. Not the most aesthetically appealing language. Take, for example, the opening line. De leden van de Staten-Generaal van de Verenigde Nederlanden groeten
Nice.
allen. Yeah, it just flows off the back of the throat. And Het Plakkaat van Verlatingen, which is all about freedom, is abbreviated PVV. And these days the PVV has it's a different kind of freedom. Although, that guy, and these days the PVV has a...
He's got quite the look there.
Yeah, why do they all look like this?
I don't know. What is
Anybody who would say this in their like political platform or their agenda, they always look like
it?
this.
I like the green tie though. That's quite the statement piece right there.
He's got to stick out somehow.
It's a different kind of freedom. Although, that guy also kind of hates Spain. But, difference number 3, the real estate. In America, the Declaration of Independence is prominently displayed to make it look like it is etched in stone. In the Netherlands, the National Archives look like this. Behold, a building designed to look like the film set from RoboCop 2. And here's the display of Het Plakkaat van Verlatingen. It's all part of the Dutch philosophy, doe maar gewoon. Let's not get too excited about anything. And difference number 4, there is no difference. In fact, the Dutch just had a whole TV show about the greatest showpiece of Dutch culture. And in true Dutch reality TV fashion, they chose Het Plakkaat van Verlatingen. Maybe it's because, in part, I myself made an appearance on the show. As both American and Dutchman, Nederlander, I can say yes, the Declaration of Independence owes a lot to het plakkaat van verlatingen, or stole a lot from het plakkaat. Judge
Really?
for yourself. Het plakkaat, als een vorst zijn plichten niet nakomt, maar in plaats van zijn onderdanen te beschermen, probeert hen te onderdrukken. En als een tiran wordt beschouwd, dan staat het zeker zijn onderdanen vrij hem niet meer als vorst te erkennen. Declaration of Independence, whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it and to institute new government. So yes, the
200 years
Declaration of
before
Independence
that.
was a little
Dang.
bit plagiarized from het plakkaat. And in America, we make such a big deal about the Declaration of Independence. But here, indeed, not enough people know about it, celebrate it. I think het plakkaat should have its own museum. And when the US president comes to open this museum, he will say, Declaration of Independence second, het plakkaat van verlatingen first.
That is very interesting.
Is this alright.
That basically the Dutch did it first, but the
United States of
US are,
Europe.
of course, the ones who just blasted it out there. And you hear so much about the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, all that stuff.
I mean, like I said, it's pretty much implied that the Declaration of Independence is original and amazing, and there's no other document like it in the world. So it's absolutely insane to realize that it was basically copied from the Dutch.
You would have thought that in our history at some point, at least for 5 seconds, the teacher would have mentioned, oh yeah, and this is actually very similar to the Dutch one, or we would have learned about the Dutch independence at all, but no.
I mean, we don't even learn about the Dutch. I mean, when does the Netherlands or Holland, I don't know what it was at that point, but just kind of just exist suddenly for World War One.
Yeah, we have done a few videos on the history, or had little moments of history, and we've literally known absolutely nothing from their history at all.
They get the part of American history where Germany just invades them.
Yeah, exactly. That because the U.S. is the true saviors in that part of history, so
course.
that's why it needs to be told.
But yeah, I mean, this is the best way to do it here. Just make a joke about it, and it's so interesting that the Dutch, it's just in some museum. It's not. They don't talk about it. They don't blast it. They don't use it as propaganda like America does. It's just totally different vibe between the American government and the government in the Netherlands. And of course, the Dutch are probably doing it a little better.
I wonder how politicized it is too. If they're I mean, he showed the one politician obviously, but I wonder if politicians actually go back to their, I forgot what it was called already, but their declaration and be like, this is how we need to run this country, even though it's 500 years old.
Yeah, I mean, is this guy, this one politician, is he PVV because that's what he's doing, or did they just use the same initials?
Yeah, I don't know.
Let us know down in the comments below. Let us know some other Netherlands things that we can react to down in the comments, and we will see you in the next one.
Goodbye.
Bye.